Good evening. Keep going, man. Don't worry about it. Good evening, viewers. This is the Grand Hotel on, what is this? Jarvis and Dundas. Now, the thing with the Grand Hotel is, and I know the lighting is bad, but you're going to have to bear with me on this one, Toronto. This little rant is called Rob Ford is the greatest fucking mayor in the world. The Grand Hotel is apparently where he goes and shacks up. Hey man, I'm going to say he probably shacks up with some fucking crack whore and does crack and she goes down on him and all this shit that everyone's done, okay? Yes. Yes, you have. Don't be stupid and self-righteous. Why is he the greatest fucking mayor in the world? Hey, there's so many reasons. Apart from the obvious ones of, oh my god, he's making Toronto look bad and all this rubbish. No! He's making Toronto look great. Why? Because people are paying attention to Toronto and they're saying, well, Rob Ford is such a crackhead mayor at the helm of one of the greatest cities in the world. Okay, here's my deal. Rob Ford, half mayor, half fucking gangster. I think it's exactly what the Times calls for. Hey, by the way, his buddy Lisi, who's also in trouble with the law over this shit, was handing out bricks of marijuana in order to keep these fucking videos under wraps. There are videos of him like threatening people, like I'm gonna fucking kill this guy, all kinds of stuff. There's multiple videos. So this guy basically, 9 to 5, he owns the show at City Hall. He's the best mayor Toronto's ever had. He just said it the other day when he went in to register himself as a candidate for the upcoming elections. All right, on Thursday. This being like January the 4th, goddamn 2014. Man, doesn't time fly, huh? Listen, 9 to 5, he's brought City Hall or the cost of running in the city down by the greatest proportion ever, period, and done what he said he would do, which is keep taxes down. That should be enough. Hey, by the way, on the other hand, he's got so much clout in the underworld that these videos have taken months to surface. He never lied. He never once lied. He said, I don't smoke. He says, basically, I'm not a crackhead, something like that. And then finally he came out and said, okay, I've smoked it. I mean, I fucking smoked it. Everyone smoked it. Everyone smoked fucking crack. Anyone who smoked a cigarette and is exposed to marijuana will smoke marijuana. And anyone who smokes marijuana and is exposed to crack, you're sitting in a room, someone's rolling up a joint with fucking, like, that's what happened with me. Like, someone rolls a joint with some crack in it or something. Like, why are you not going to, like, so, I mean, it's just like taking medicine or whatever. So he's half gangster, half fucking mayor. Hey, Rob Ford, most awesome mayor in the world, right? Half gangster, half mayor. Isn't she fucking gorgeous? Hey, give me a wave for the camera, please. Please? You're gorgeous. Don't let any fucking guy tell you otherwise. Alright, in any case, man, she was hot. I mean, she was, unfortunately, what most people might consider to be a crack whore. Doesn't mean that she's not gorgeous or anything like that. So, once again, Rob Ford, track record. Rob Ford, kicking ass and taking names, keeping those damn clowns, as he calls them, at city council in check. You know who Rob Ford is, folks? If you don't know, if you just read the headlines and you think he's a crackhead and a joke and a clown, he's like boogie-woogieing and taking it easy now, because he's been through the worst. And he's like, fuck, the shit's already hit the fan. It's sliding off. And by the way, that sliding off is people and they're jibber-jabbering, the whole thing and the whole 9 yards. By the way, 2 years ago, Here was the whole Rob Ford thing 2 years ago. They've been after him since day one because he salted the earth and he's the real damn deal. Hey, by the way, for non-Torontonians, this is your so-called streetcar. I don't know why they call it a streetcar. It's basically a tram, T-R-A-M. But this is the Long Branch. I think this thing goes all the way out till Kipling. It's a nice ride if you got time. Don't take one of these things if you're in a rush and it's during the day in weather like this, because remember, it's on the road and there's cars that come out in front of it and all this kind of rubbish. So Rob Ford is talking on his phone, somebody takes a picture and he's driving, which is illegal obviously, and you know, like, it's like cops speeding. So he's the representative of the law and all this kind of rubbish, and it ends up on the front page, obviously on the front page of the gossip rag, the local gossip rag, the Toronto Star. And then it happens again. And you know, here's the thing, he didn't give a shit. He's a busy man. You know what he says? In the middle of all these scandals, we're here, we're taking calls and answering emails. That's what he considers his job to be, basically. And then lowering the cost of running city, the city of Toronto, one of the largest fucking cities in the world, man. Like, this place is out of control. Like, I live downtown. Dude, you have no idea. I could just walk around the corner there and experience things and see people and sights that, you know, like are unimaginable and unbeknownst to most people. It's like the scene in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, where Johnny Depp goes into a lavatory at a club, and there's a little cameo there. Hunter S. Thompson is actually in there too. So he goes into a club, and some guy's doing coke. And the coke falls on the guys, and he's already tripping on acid. And, you know, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas basically is based on the book by Hunter S. Thompson, the father and founder of gonzo journalism. I love that shit. You should look it up. Hunter S. Thompson. Just watch the movie by Terry Gilliam, former Monty Python animator. He's coked out and he's doing all these drugs and all this shit. And there's a line at the beginning of the movie where he says, well, when you start a serious drug binge, the tendency is to take it as far as you can. And they have like a trunk full of all of the weirdest kinds of drugs and cocktails and uppers and downers and shit that you've never heard of. Like ether, for instance. Him and Benicio del Toro, who does a really stand-up job in that movie, obviously. He won an Oscar for Traffic. You know, not lead, but co, I guess. So this guy drops coke on his sleeve. And the whole scene is like trippy and like moving about and all this kind of stuff. And then you see Johnny Depp, and he's like, hold on, man, and he's snorting the coke off the guy's sleeve. And then some other fellow walks in, and he looks at them, and he's just got this stare, this weirded out look. And then you see that guy later furtively sitting at the bar drinking like his booze or whatever, or hunched over his glass, his pint glass of ale or whatever, and Johnny Depp says something like, you know, and there's another soul who will never know the kinds of things that people are experiencing that are just beyond his reach or some shit. So this is Toronto. You walk around the corner here, you can get mugged, you can get raped, you can fall in love. I mean, all of these things have practically happened to me. And you know, one thing you're not going to do is bite the bullet. You're not going to get shot. Okay, so Rob Ford, he's on his phone, front page of the Star. And City Hall, and they're like, what's going on here? He doesn't give a shit. He keeps making calls. And then damn City Hall, they start banging their heads together, and they come up with obviously the solution of let's get him a driver. Do you know what he says? He says, fuck that. He says, I'm not paying 60 to 80 grand a year. That's it, period. I'm going to drive myself. And for him, it's just a waste of time. I mean, I wouldn't want a driver because that's just some fucking guy I need to wait on now and who I need to take care of and keep happy, basically. A fucking driver might start spreading rumors and all this shit about me next. So, Rob Ford, 2 thumbs up. Fucking half gangster, half mayor. I think it's exactly what the times call for. And I'd love to hear your comments on this. I know you probably think he's a crackhead and all this shit, but watch him get re-elected because these same fucking fuckers who are slagging him on all this shit are the ones who are going to vote him in again. 2 thumbs up. Half gangster, half mayor. Rob Ford. Over and out.